I'm Dee Dee from Healing of the Heart Ministries, and I'm so excited to share with you today something that God has put on my heart, especially for this, what we call in the Christian world, Holy Week. When we were fairly new Christians, and it was the 1980s, we went to a large church, in Detroit, Michigan. So there were people of all ethnic backgrounds and cultures there. And they had a service called a footwashing service. And you would partner up with women with women and men with men. And there were people of all different, like I said, colors, ethnic backgrounds, all one in Jesus Christ, striving for the unity of the Spirit and the bond of peace. And so we would sit across from one another, and we would wash each other's feet and pray for one another as we did that. It was so amazing. I never forgot that experience. And so when my children were growing up, and everyone has difficulties in their family and times of discontent and strife, and where we're struggling as a family and we're struggling to get along with one another. So I thought, we need to have a foot washing service. So we all would wash one another's feet when we were going through a time like this, and pray as we were washing one another's feet. We would pray for the person, and we each washed each other's feet. So everyone's feet were washed by each person in the family, and then we would wash each person in the family's feet. I think it's a help, it's a humbling, and Lord, it does start with humbling ourselves before one another. And I think it brought reconciliation and a lot of healing, and it's a beginning. It's not the end all to everything we need as a family, but it's a beginning. And this is taken from John 13, and it was before Passover, and he was washing, his disciples' feet, and they were like, whoa, dudes, especially Peter was like, no, you shouldn't be doing this. Well, he said, is a servant greater than his master? And he did it for an example to them. And it says in verse 12, when he had washed their feet and put on his outer garments and resumed his place, he said, do you understand what I have done to you? You call me teacher and Lord, and you are right, for so I am. If I then, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. For I have given you an example that you should do just as I have done to you. Truly, truly, I say to you, a servant is not greater than his master, nor is a messenger greater than the one who sent him. If you know these things, blessed are you if you do them. And so as we celebrate this week of Jesus getting ready to go to the cross, perhaps you'd want to do this with your family. And you just get any kind of basin or bowl, or this probably isn't big enough for a lot of people's feet, but find what works for you and your family, and have a foot washing service. It's pleasing to the Lord, he said, to do it, and it's a blessing. It's a blessing, and I hope that it brings healing to your family. Thank you for listening, and God bless you during this week of reflecting on all that Jesus has done for us.